All right, you ready?
I don't know what to say.
We've done it 100 times.
Okay.
I mean, it's the
Okay.
same as usual.
Hello, and welcome to the Ungated Community, also known as the Hoot and Holla podcast. If you're not familiar, I'm Candace, and she's Whitney. And we do this podcast every week. And we upload every Friday, unless I forget. It happens. But anyway. You can follow us on all the social media at Hoot and Holla TV. We also have a YouTube channel at Hoot and Holla TV. So if you are listening to this on your favorite podcast app, you can also watch us on our YouTube page, YouTube channel. I think that's what they really call it.
Yeah, we're just old.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, you know it by now. If you don't, welcome.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe, follow,
All the things.
comment,
Rate.
share. You know, again, we've told you before, you can share this with anybody, your pastor, your co-workers. You know, don't suggest your children because sometimes it's
We
inappropriate.
cuss a little bit, but
She cusses a little
I
bit.
do.
I've
I
changed.
cuss a lot.
Just like a little sailor.
Yeah.
Oh, do y'all like our gender reveal
Color
color scheme we have that we just discussed before we came on? I was
Pink,
like,
blue.
is it a boy or girl? Neither one of us is revealing any genders, by the way. Just want to let that be known.
If they can't tell, that's their problem.
You know. So, you know, today, later on, we're going to be talking about worst Airbnb experiences.
We were inspired.
We was inspired because we've stayed at a few of them, and so we just wanted to talk about some people's experiences that were not ours. But, you know, first we want to start it off with life be lifing. And this is a segment we just talk about things that have been going on in our world since the last time you seen us. And so you want to start it or you want me to start it?
I see yours is blank. Do you have anything to discuss with the class?
Yeah, I guess I do. So I'll be brief and say that just recently went to Nashville with family and friends, and we had a good time. We only stayed like 2 days and came back. Just a quick weekend trip. You know, Nashville is close enough where we can, you know, travel 3-4 hours and be there, have our fun, and come back to the house and come back to reality and go to work on Monday. So, you know, so if you don't have vacation time like that, I always suggest taking a little day trip, road trip, you know, somewhere just a little bit outside of where you stay, having fun and come back home.
Yeah.
So, but I'll get more into that in our next segment, but you go ahead with yours.
As soon as I read our Life Be Life, and my first thought was, my whole freaking house is falling apart this year. It's like I will fix one thing and something else breaks. Save up a little money, something else breaks. I had to replace my overhead microwave. Those things aren't cheap, but I also really didn't. It was either replace the microwave that's overhead for my stove,
Right.
or get the overhead fan and a microwave, which ends up being about the same amount of money to get
Right.
separate and all that crap. Anyway, my floors, having to replace those in the middle of that process now. My water heater went out, and what else? My dryer went out earlier in the... I can't win, man. But now, maybe since it's all been replaced...
Welcome to adulthood.
I know, to God.
Unfortunately. Hey, it could be worse. 2 of my coworkers have to get snakes out of their houses.
So I've had that happen twice.
Now you tell me.
You knew it.
Did I?
Both in my bedroom, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Keep them on the west wing, whatever side that is. Is it on the south? What side? What direction is that?
West.
Accidental achievement. Yes, keep them on the west wing.
I had to process, like, the sun comes up like this, so that makes sense. West. I'm not talking to you, Siri.
See, now you're dealing with Apple problems.
It said, okay.
She's got an attitude. All right, so let's go ahead and start this HOA meeting. We got a few things we need to talk about. If you're not familiar, our HOA meeting, in this segment, we have things that we need to address and bring to the front of the class and discuss as a community.
Or have a problem with.
Either it's an issue or things we wonder about. And, we're always looking for your input, so you can always leave a comment and entertain us
We like interaction.
with your input. So the first thing I said I was going to touch on elaborate more.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Elaborate more on the Nashville trip. So I want to talk about traveling pet peeves. Okay. First, let's start with this. If you want to take a trip with a group of people, do not wait for everybody to get their resources together because you'll never go anywhere.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere and you want to invite friends, plan the trip. Tell them, hey, I'm going here, these dates. Do you want to come? And if they don't move their feet and act like they want to come, leave them at the house. Go and take the trip because you'll never go anywhere if you're waiting on other people. Just go take. Life is too short for you to be waiting on other people. Just go and take the trip. And then once they see that, okay, well, she wasn't playing, they'll go ahead and make all the preparations they need for the next time that you invite them.
Yep.
You can still keep inviting them, even if they know. Sometimes when we do this stuff, I know immediately who's not going.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't going.
They'll talk about it.
You not going.
Yeah.
You ain't went to the last 3 things that we were playing.
Yeah.
You not. You can always kind of eliminate, but you still have to put out the invitation to be fair to everybody, especially when you're dealing with family, because everybody gets butt hurt.
Yeah.
Some pet peeves is if we leaving at 2, be on time.
Oh my God.
What?
Yes. Time is a huge pet peeve for me.
Come on. And then it's like, have some kind of itinerary.
Yeah.
This trip we didn't have some kind of itinerary, and we wasted a lot of probably time in a short period of time. When you have a short period of time, you really got to be what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional.
Yeah.
In what you want to do, because if you don't, you're gonna waste a lot of time, and then you're gonna wind up doing like one thing.
Yeah.
The whole time you were there. So
yeah.
We did get to go to the Putt Shack. We went to the one in Atlanta.
Did they enjoy it?
Yes, they did. They some of them had already been to Top Golf before.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with Putt Shack, Top Golf owns they're the parent company of Putt Shack. But it's a different experience.
It's a restaurant and putt golf.
Right.
Or mini golf.
Right. So they actually have a restaurant, while at Top Golf they bring like little finger foods, I would say, to you. It's a little bit more than finger food, but I'm just saying, just to kind of paint the picture. Yeah. But you have a full restaurant with, drinks and a bar and all of that. And then you have the putt course. And there's usually 2 to 3. This one had 3. It was 2 in one little area, and then they had a third one over there. I don't know how many Atlanta had.
2.
I think it was just 2.
They may have had one
upstairs.
I thought it was just 2.
Well, we was on the one downstairs, but I think the other one was upstairs, but I don't know if it was more than one up there. I know it was at least one though. But anyway, what makes it unique is they don't, you're not just hitting the ball in the hole. They have different ones. So like they have like ping what you call it? Beer pong?
Yeah.
Beer pong, but you're using it with the golf. So if you landed in certain areas, you get like additional points.
Did they have the same holes that we did in it?
They did have the one with the
beer pong thing?
The beer pong and some other stuff, but that's not the one we did. We did a different one, which was interesting. I did 2 hole-in-ones back to back because my cousin was catching up on me, and I had to prove a point.
Nice.
I won in points, but when the thing like glitched out on the last hole, when the next to last person was going, and when it came back up and everything was over, it said that my cousin's wife won. And so I was like, what?
Oh my God.
I had like 414 points. She had like 3, like even if she got like the 60 points at the end, which was the highest she could get on that particular one, she couldn't have won.
Yeah.
She was going to be 20 off.
That sucks.
So I was like, what?
So
that's okay. I have the scorecard in my email.
That is funny. Good.
But yeah, so, make a plan, do what the things that makes you happy and that you want to do. Because you wait on other people, you'll never do those things.
Yeah. And
life is too short to do that. And then people, if you go with somebody, be respectful. Be on time. Follow the itinerary. Put in the input because, we was trying to involve everybody and people weren't like responding like they was like we needed them to. And so we like waiting. It's like, come on. Like we got, we trying to do these things. We're trying to have fun. We had fun regardless because we were around each other and we always don't have a good time. But you know what I'm saying?
Could have been better.
We could have had done some things differently. So next time we know this was kind of really the first trip that we've kind of taken ourselves like growing up, our parents were places and we went. So this was kind of like our first attempt at doing something like this.
Yeah.
And some people couldn't go, and maybe the next time we'll have more people and stuff like that. And then we did stay in an Airbnb, which was awesome. But them 4 flights of stairs that I had to do every day kicked my butt.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Especially you just had a knee injury.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I have the knee injury. And the 4 flights told me I did.
Love that.
But we made it. I'm a trooper.
Yeah.
That's my TikTok.
We do pretty well. You and me and G, we're all usually on kind of like the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And we like a chill trip.
Yeah.
Make some decisions together. It does take us a little bit to be like, all right, what restaurant are we going to?
Right. Yeah, I tell you, when I go out,
we do pretty well.
When we go out of town, sometimes I don't like the itinerary because it's like we're going out of town to have fun. I don't need a schedule, you know. But at the same time, when you're dealing with a big group of people with limited time, it's kind of necessary.
Yeah.
So I can understand it. And I always like to, and I don't like to go to restaurants that's at home. Why?
I know why.
Why we going to
McDonald's?
McDonald's?
Go somewhere and try something new.
Why we going to Applebee's?
Yeah.
We got it at the house.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no different.
Yeah.
But I always like to eat good and have good drinks and just have great experiences.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed.
So that's mine. So won't you tell the other members of this ungated community what you would like to talk about that you had a question about, which I don't know if I have an answer for. Go ahead. It's an interesting question.
Listen, things
as usual.
Yeah. Y'all know my mind is a special place.
You just need to turn her off.
Siri off because she thinks
she tripped.
I'm not talking to you, Siri. She listens. I like it. At least she listens.
At least mine didn't answer. Go ahead.
I know. I was waiting on it.
Nah, you done that.
Yeah, my mind is a scary but interesting place. I don't know how else to say it. I want to know if butterflies do fall in love. They might not. I don't know how they work.
They procreate somehow, or maybe it's just never mind.
Now I gotta Google that.
Now, do butterflies have booty calls? I mean, I don't know.
Do you ever see butterfly? Well, worms, caterpillars. Okay.
All right, great.
Oh, no.
Sorry, what was squirrel?
Things I haven't thought about until right this second.
We always expand. Expound.
When butterflies fall in love, do they get butterflies in their stomach? Like we do.
Although that's a figure of speech. And there's no actual physical butterflies in our stomach.
I mean, it's like,
I
love
don't
you
know.
so much, I have us in my stomach. Like, what do they say? I have larvae in my stomach.
You should probably go see a doctor is what I would tell you if I was a butterfly. I was like, you probably should get that checked out because that didn't seem normal. Larva in your stomach? We are beyond that point here.
I feel wind in my stomach. Like, that sounds bad too. Like, there's no...
You look gassy, huh? Gassy. I know dogs, like, and, other animals like that pass flatulence.
Yes.
I learned that from Nick Jr. Remember the commercial? It's like, it's a natural part of life. The humans do it. Even your dog does it.
I don't remember that.
Yes, they had a whole commercial about flatulence. I was like, well, first of all, that's the first time I've heard that called that. Second of all, interesting.
Oh, my God.
It's educational.
Yes.
But, I want to do other animals like butterflies because I'm just going to say something with that little with wings, let one go, it's gone.
Man. Kind of like how in space, just one little bump knocks somebody away.
Right, exactly. And I'm sorry, guys. This is how our mind works. What about them people that stuck in space and we can't go get them until next year?
Oh my God.
You hear about that?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I have missed that.
Oh my goodness.
I have missed that.
I'm like,
are they on the International Space Station, the ISS? Are they?
I don't know.
In their own. I do remember seeing something about not Tesla. What's his name?
Elon Musk. According to 2 hours ago, that they are launching a rescue mission. According to this, 2 hours ago, but SpaceX launched a rescue mission for the 2 stuck astronauts. Let's see. It said sending up a downsized crew to bring them home, but not until next year.
It's because of the way the Earth orbits and the way
that is malarkey. Is what that is.
Yeah, they have to have the exact trajections, all this stuff to actually line up.
They can't Uber up there or something like that.
I swear, man, I have hiccups now. Where'd that come from? That's awful. That would be the worst thing. And you know
that would be my luck. The day that I say, you know what, that's it. I'm gonna live my life different. I'm gonna be an astronaut. I'm gonna go through all the training and do all the schooling and stuff. Okay, I'm ready to go up. Ready to go. All right, we got this. All right, yeah, we've done this 1,000 times. We're stuck. What do you mean we're stuck? What does that mean? What do you mean? Like in this spot, do we need a push start? What's going on?
Do we have food?
It's like that means we ain't gonna go home till next year. What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Pull over. Let me out.
Let me out. I'll walk home.
I'll walk home. I'll show you. I'll swim home from here. I'll walk home. Is it like though, but you can't, I mean, I know that it's not possible to be like Guardians of the Galaxy when with the dude with the whistle arrow and he was out and yeah.
That's so cool. I love Guardians of the Galaxy and I love that. I hate favorite. Spoiler alert. I hate that he died. If they hadn't seen it by now, they're not going to see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you didn't see it. We're excited about it. All right. HOA meeting adjourned. And we're now going to talk about worst Airbnb experiences. Let me pull up.
We found a BuzzFeed article that's pretty cool. I got to thinking about our trip, and I'm like, there has to be stories out there.
I'm sure.
Of the worst Airbnb.
You're staying in other people's spaces, so I always kind of be a little leery of staying in other people's spaces anyway, especially if you're not familiar with the area for sure. And, you know, you going in people's houses and stuff, and it's like, you know, do you got a hidden camera up in here? That'd be the main thing.
Every time I go to an Airbnb, my first thing is looking around to see. But now there are cameras. I saw on Temu the other day, you can get a camera that is a surge protector and just goes into the wall and just looks like a normal outlet.
What they make them all kinds of ways.
And it's now. Like, can they see what I'm doing in here?
Right. I mean, I know they have like the Ring camera ones, but which I expect that.
Yeah.
To be on the outside.
Yes.
But, you know.
On the inside, though.
I'm just, you know.
They make some things they don't want to see.
Right. Somebody's got a Rolodex of things I've done.
Oh, God. Mine might be on a few websites. I hit a few of the...
Do we want to pick stories at random? Because there's quite a few on
this
list.
There are quite a few. I'll pick one of the shorter ones.
I'm just going to pick one at random. Which number you
I got number 2.
Okay, I'm just going to pick one at random. I'm going to pick number... let's pick number 9. Let's go with number 9.
It says, we were asked to keep the internet usage to a minimum. No friend. It says they also set the TV to keep cutting to some kids' movie on a regular basis. I guess to deter us from using the internet. It was so weird. Like, I would be so
They
mad.
set the TV to keep cutting to some... How do they do that?
I know if you have...
I know they can do like screen time thing, like maybe at certain times you can do it or something.
Well, I know I mess with my kids all the time because we have Roku in every room. And I have a remote on my phone, so I will randomly cut it to us. Like the other night, I kept cutting it to us, and they would be like, "Mama!" from the other room.
I didn't know you could do that.
They may have been like, they're using all of our internet and turn it on.
Well, you don't need to be doing Airbnb because you know people want that Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading number 9. I rented a room in a house. On the last night that we were there, one of the other guests had a new friend over. They seemed nice enough. I got up the next morning to take our bags out to the car, and as I was walking down the steps, I noticed something on the carpet. It was a pair of women's underwear and a pile of poop. I was speechless. Once we left, stepping carefully around the poop, we messaged the host to tell him. as we were definitely not going to be blamed for this. He asked if someone had a dog with them. Logical question, but nope. I had to tell him that it was human poop. It was the most awkward text exchange ever. What in the world?
My God.
That is crazy. So I wanted the friend
Yeah.
do it. And see, I don't like Airbnbs like that too, because that's interaction with the owner, and I don't want that. I want this to be more like a hotel stay when I go to Airbnb. I don't want no interactions with no other humans that I didn't come here with.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
So I wonder what happened. Like,
I
did
know
they
didn't
just
give us any closure.
like? Now I need to know what happened. Like, I think the owner knew who did it, and yeah, I until I see the text messages, I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to see the text
That must be
messages.
any unanswered questions.
SR 18. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I said it. All right, pick another one.
This one's a little creepy.
Okay.
A few years ago, I stayed at an Airbnb the night before my best friend's wedding. The stay was a gift from one of her family friends who owned it. During the night, I had the worst nightmare that all of us, bride and bridesmaids, were stuck in this Airbnb while a strange man terrorized us and burned the house down with all of us inside of it. When I woke up, I was terrified and I couldn't shake the feeling that there was a negative energy in the house. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, one of the other bridesmaids mentioned that she had a nightmare where we were all murdered in the house, and also felt this crazy, scary energy in the house that kept her up the rest of the night. I'm a pretty skeptical person, but I have not been able to stay at an Airbnb since.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Nope.
I don't care what the fee is. We're gone. We out of here. Trip over. And I'm saying a lot of prayers and slinging a lot of oil that I'd have prayed over on the way in and out of there.
Not on this list, but I read, it was on Facebook, it was another post or article, I can't remember, where this girl had stayed at an Airbnb where it was like a room for rent for the night, where it's like an apartment and they're renting their other room. One, hell no, especially as a single mom, hell no.
Not doing that.
By myself, nope.
Absolutely not.
That's awkward anyway. Some people enjoy that. I don't enjoy that. But she said that she went and she met the guy. She got there really late, like 11 or 12. Just planning on sleeping and getting up the next day because it's cheaper than a hotel.
Right.
She said that she met him. He was real creepy and gave her just all the creeper vibes. And she said that he took her into her room and showed it to her and stuff. And she said that she tried to get rid of him as fast as possible and shut and lock the door and even put like a chair in front of the door, like under the doorknob,
right?
Just because she didn't feel okay. And she said that she tried to go to sleep, but she was just laying there on her phone when he started knocking on the door. And she was like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "I left my charger in there. Can I come and get it?" And she's like, "I don't see your charger anywhere. You didn't bring your charger in here."
Right.
And he's like, "Well, no, I left it in there. You should let me in." And she's like, "No, your charger is not in here." And I don't like that thing flashing. Anyway, he starts banging on the door, getting like screaming violently, acting insane to the point where she calls the cops. And the cops come and they deal with him however they need to. They hear that he's going insane. They bust in. They take him, put him in cuffs and everything. And then when they finally got her to open the door, she opened the door and was talking to him. And they're like, "Ma'am, before you come out here, you're going to see some things that it might disturb you."
Oh, Lord.
She was like, "Okay." And he had all of these things laid out. Like he was going to kill her, like torture her, kill her, if she would have come out of that room.
What? That is crazy. People are crazy.
People are insane.
Man. And that stuff like you see in the movies, you don't expect that. I mean, I know things like this happen in real life, but when it's actually something happening close to you, that's wild. All right, I'm going to read this one. This one's real short. It's number 11. We opened a drawer in the kitchen. It was full of sex toys.
Oh, my, in the kitchen? I don't know about you.
Happiness can happen anywhere.
But the kitchen like I use this one to roll out my nose.
Surely they're not doing that. Surely not. You know, in the defense of the Airbnb owner, maybe they were looking out for the people that booked it. Maybe they knew it was a bachelorette party or something like that. Maybe they sterilized them. They didn't say that they were not in packaging.
It's true.
They didn't say that. They just said it was a drawer full of them.
It could be like, hey, it could be like in a hotel when there's a mini bar, you take it, you pay for
Yep.
it.
Yeah. It's like the little Gideon Bible.
We have
Never leave home without it.
And if you use one, that will be added to your bill at the end of your
Yeah.
stay.
Oh, okay. The Rammer 3000. Okay. All right. That's an extra $40. Oh, okay.
Must be sponsored by Tracy.
Looks like you used the KY, so there's an additional fee there. All right. Happen to use any of the okay, cool. All right, we're adding a little fee there.
Yep.
All right, we got you all booked up. There you go.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, maybe they were looking out for them. Maybe they should be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because that sounded a little ungrateful. They was looking out for you.
Yep.
They were trying to make sure you had a great, fantastic time, no matter where you were in the house. Okay? They were trying to spark something out of you, and you just didn't take the hint. You know? Now the name of the Airbnb makes sense. Because, you know, they named all the Airbnbs, you know.
Oh my God.
You know.
Pleasure Island.
Drawer of surprises. Knew that was weird to call a whole house a drawer. What's the next one you're going to read?
This is number 5. We stayed in the basement of a woman's house near Vancouver while she was home. We're from the UK and had been traveling for 16 hours, so we were exhausted because it felt like 5 a.m. to us. The basement was flooded, and she stayed downstairs talking to us for ages while we were all just desperate to go to sleep. She was then up for hours in the middle of the night playing loud music and walking around the house in high heels, I assume. We left at 7 a.m. Vancouver time, and didn't want to disturb her, so we packed up and left without making too much noise. She then sent us numerous angry emails complaining that we didn't say goodbye before we left.
How dare you leave?
These people, it seems like they're just lonely, so they open up their house like an Airbnb.
They wanted the extra money or something, but you just wasn't equipped.
Man,
You were not equipped at all. That is crazy.
that would be
Let's see. Let's find another one here. Okay. Number 13. I booked an Airbnb in New York City, and I was looking for the bathroom. I found it. It was part of the hallway and noticed there was no shower. I went looking for the shower, and it was in the kitchen with a full spice rack inside. The icing on the cake was one room that we were told not to enter, but we kept seeing some kind of movement from the curtain. Whether it was from a fan or a person, we didn't stay to find out. We ran out within 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Do not go back there.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's the first clue and indication of we won't be here long. Because like when we went to this Airbnb and we stayed at this time, they had and just like any other ones, they usually have a door or two that's locked because usually it's a storage, they're cleaning stuff and they don't want people. Yeah, they
Toilet paper. They don't want people stealing everything.
Right. The Airbnb we stayed at had an elevator. They locked it because they didn't want nobody on the elevator, which I could understand. Well, I can understand. You gotta understand. You gotta protect your investment. People don't watch the kids. Some adults are like children, and they just been messed up something. And then I don't know if you've seen the price of fixing the elevator. I'm pretty sure it's not cheap. So yeah, I understand that. But yeah, that's weird. But far as the placement of the kitchen and stuff like that, I've watched stuff on like Facebook where they was like showing how much rent is in New York and big places like that, and the amount of space you get for that much rent, and it's like usually a closet with the sink in it, and I've watched one that you had to use the bathroom like it was like across the hall, but you had to like side shuffle to get in the darn thing, and I was like, that's crazy. So I can understand them not having it, but to have it full of a spice rack is a little crazy. It's like, you do expect these people to shower, right? Like, come on. That's crazy.
That's too much, man.
Ooh, way too much. Read two more maybe, and okay. All right, so. I'm gonna read number 16, by the way.
Number 10. We stayed at this Airbnb on an island that was gorgeous, but very reasonably priced. That clearly should have been the first red flag. However, we were excited to be on vacation and went anyway. Even after reading multiple reviews saying how the owner charged them an extra $200 if even a piece of furniture was out of place. There ain't no way I'd have booked that place.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. 2 nights before we go to the house, the host asked to call me. I've stayed at many Airbnbs and this has never happened. I reluctantly agreed because I'm a generally awkward person. And we chat for a while about what I do for work and why we're going on vacation. After the phone calls, he sends me a 27-page PDF of house rules and asks me to confirm after I've read it, as well as my partner, whose full contact information he needed for whatever reason. The day comes and we finally arrive at the house. As pictured, it's gorgeous. The decoration is quite dated, but that doesn't stop a good time. We go into the kitchen, everything is labeled with a label maker. Literally everything. Aesthetically, that's not my jam, but we're here and can conveniently find things, I suppose. I had an eerie feeling the whole time we were there, as if I was being listened to or watched or something. The house had one of those Wi-Fi thermostats, which was strange considering everything else in the house was outdated. Anyway, the power went out briefly, which disconnected the Wi-Fi, and within a few minutes, the owner, who was said to be in the U.S. at the time, messaged me to reconnect the Wi-Fi because his housekeeper mentioned that her power went out and he noticed it was disconnected from the thermostat. Super chill. Long story short, we were absolutely being watched on camera, but we gave him a good show and we got an excellent review on Airbnb.
This is so wow.
So
wow.
Oh my God.
Oh man. And you asking too many questions and stuff. I'm already leery of you. I don't trust people as is. And then you want to charge me another $200 for stuff being out of place? Nope. That would have been my first red flag. Like, get out of there. Get out of there. Now I understand. Like when we stayed at the one in Nashville, they did have stuff labeled, but it was probably really more for us so they know where we'll know where we got stuff from. Like, but.
You have to do dishes and stuff.
Yes. So there's like, plastic cups. Like, okay, well, that's where those go. Yeah. And then also if they have somebody to clean it for them, before the next guest, they can, they'll know where to put stuff. Yeah. But yeah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah. Last one, number 16. The cute cabin in the woods turned into a freaky animal-infested home next to a meth lab. We should have known what. Hey, can Siri get his life together?
Turn it off.
I think you have to do that in settings, okay? Okay. Disarmed. She may not like that. All right.
Sorry, guys.
I'll start over since we were rudely interrupted. The cute cabin in the woods turned into a freaky animal-infested home next to a meth lab. We should have known what was to come when we pulled up next to a house and were greeted by a baby swing occupied by a ratty old teddy bear, slowly swinging back and forth. Oh, that's Jeepers Creepers. Yes. Right. We piled out of the car and realized that there was a huge sign at the front door with our first and last names on it, which is wonderful for two women traveling alone in the woods. By the way, they put that in all caps. Yes.
Here lies Tabitha Smith and Jenny Marie.
Getting the plots ready, baby. Okay. The door creaked open, and the house didn't look anything like the photos. I'm sure because you wouldn't have booked if you saw that bear and all that out there. That wasn't the biggest problem, though. We had to watch where we stepped so we wouldn't step on the sticky mouse traps. I was checking out the sliding back door, and it came completely off the track. At that point, I wasn't staying. I went to find the Wi-Fi code because there was no service.
Oh my God.
As I was typing in the password, the front door slammed. The motion light outside came on, and we heard scurrying over our heads. There were critters in the attic. We jetted to the nearest Holiday Inn and tell this story whenever possible. Oh, the memories.
Oh my God. They were going to die in that cabin. That's what was going to happen.
Okay, because first of all, the creepy...
Yeah.
the good creepiness at the front. Got your name, your plot names on the door, and no Wi-Fi. Next to a meth lab. Oh, this is a wonderful vacation. This is a wonderful place to stay. This is why when you look at Airbnbs, look around, see what's around it. Now they're not going to give you the exact address until you book it, but they give you a general area. Look around it, read the description, look at all the pictures, and read the reviews. Don't just look at the first two. Look at the bad ones. And look at the good ones and read enough of them so you can kind of get a feel of the space. Because that's what we did, and I felt really confident about this one.
That was why, like the one in Atlanta that I
Yeah.
everybody had lied.
Well, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't, I mean, it was, like I said, inside was great. It was just where it was located.
Right.
And inside it was outdated, but we expected an older home anyway.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big deal. But yeah, all these people had been like, it was great, it was perfect, it's wonderful, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, y'all must be from around here.
Right.
Because this didn't phase you. But
Yeah.
with windows on the, bars on the windows and gunshots at night,
Yeah. Now,
it's not my cup of tea.
where we stayed, I knew that there was the hood down a little piece. And this area had been gentrified, you can tell. And so I wasn't worried about because it was far enough that it shouldn't have been a problem, and it wasn't. So, and then it was around other similar houses or condos, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, definitely do your research. Definitely do your research on Airbnbs, because you don't want to have any kind of horror stories like that on BuzzFeed. All right, guys. So that's the end of the meeting, and we're just gonna give you some HOA approved picks. Whitney, go ahead and tell them your recommendations of things to buy or watch.
I've got one of each.
Okay, cool.
Let me pull it back up. My thing is being done.
I can just tell you.
Well, I know thanks, buddy. Okay. I want you to watch Invasion on Apple TV. Have you ever watched it?
No, I don't have Apple TV. I told you, girl, I got like 2 subscriptions.
All the Apple things.
It doesn't matter. I don't want that one.
So I like it because I like all the sci-fi stuff. I've always liked
Right.
Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, all the things.
Yeah.
This to me is kind of like the most realistic of what would happen if we were really invaded by aliens. Like the people's reactions.
It's interesting.
And all of the things. It's like, this is kind of really how it would go down, so it's a little creepy. It's
Yeah.
Kind of like War of the Worlds, how creepy it is, and how it's like suspenseful. War of the Worlds scarred me for life, man.
Never seen it.
Oh. But it's kind of like that. It's kind of like, because everybody's selfish.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to look out for themselves.
Mhm.
And military's going to take over. And it just turns into this whole huge thing. And it's really good. And there's 2 seasons of it now. but the suspense has been kept up throughout. So it's not like, oh, you figured it out in the first 2 episodes and there's no reason to watch the rest of it. Like they draw it out, but it's very good the way they do it. My other thing, I've been looking for a primer. I remember back in May when we went to Nashville, I asked you, what kind of primer are you using? Because I've been trying to find one. And what's funny is she was using the same one I found on Amazon and didn't like. We were using the same one. I'm like, dang. I've been looking for one. I used to love Revlon BB cream. I wish I hadn't have given my sister-in-law at the time my other thing of it. My mom gave me 2, and when I finally used it, I loved it, and I'd already given her the other one.
Yeah.
And now they don't make it anymore. So I got to Googling, and the closest thing I could find was e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer. It's only like $9 on Amazon.
Cool.
And yeah, it's a lot better. It's still not perfect, but it's the best one I found so far. So if y'all have suggestions, I would love to hear it. And that is my picks for the week.
So that's a beauty product?
Yep.
Alrighty.
It goes under your foundation.
I did not gather that when I read that name.
What did you think it was?
First of all, primer is in painting.
Oh my God.
And it's called e.l.f. Liquid. And I was like, oh, cool. Putty primer. I do not think makeup.
What did those elves do to get that putty primer?
I'm just saying, the name does not. Whoever made it needs to go back to the drawing board and pick a different name, because that doesn't. I understand that.
Yeah.
But what do elves do? Generally, they're helpers. They're workers. Okay, those are the Keebler ones. The ones from different areas have different jobs. Keeblers make cookies. Okay. All right. North Pole ones, they make toys and stuff around Christmas time. They work all year, but they deliver on Christmas time. Okay. That's the busy time of the year. But the elves in general just do general contracting or general work. And so when I think e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer, thinking home improvement, not makeup, beauty. I'm not thinking it.
I love that you were genuinely surprised by that. I knew what I was.
And she's like, yeah, and I got one. I finally found one I liked, and then you said BB, and I was like, I know what that is. Didn't see that coming. Plot twist.
I knew when I typed it in, you were like, okay. And
I was just like, okay, I was like, okay, that's your item. That's cool. I'm not judging it. That's your item, your item. But I genuinely thought, since you were doing all these home improvements in the house, that that's what you were doing. All righty then. Okay, guys. Somebody needs to go back to the drawing table, because e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer does not say beauty products.
You're putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Okay. Both of mine are movies. The first one is Rebel Ridge on Netflix. Really good action movie. Parts of it pissed me off as an African American.
Yes.
And the lady at the
I say yes like I'm black. But yes, on behalf of black people, it pissed me off.
you know what I'm saying? Your NAACP application is in the mail.
My card is still not here. And that guy came in to order banners the other day, and I started having a conversation with him. Sir, I applied 3 years
Can you
ago.
check on my application? I got my confirmation number if you want to look that up for me. But yeah, it's still a good movie. Still a good movie. It's don't fear. It's not like on those lines, but it is parts of that, but it's not that bad, because I get tired of watching that myself. So anyway, the other one is Tempted by Love on Amazon. I think it's originally a Lifetime movie. It's a Terry McMillan movie. If you're familiar with her, she's a black writer. Because she does books, but she's the one that did Still's Got a Groove Back. She's the one that put that movie out. But anyway, so Tempted by Love, and there will be onions cut in this movie. It's a really good story. It's just sad. It has a mix of sad and happy to sad again. It just emotions all over the place. Yes, there was definitely some onion cutting going on in the room. And I was like, what is this liquid on my face? What is this? But it's a good movie. I would definitely watch it again. I do recommend it. You have our quote of the week.
Yes. It's stuck in my brain. It has been since, I don't know what year it came out.
Hold on. Let me set it up for you. Lean in. Come here. Yeah, look closer. Look closer. Come on. We don't bite. Come on. Look closer. All right, just lean in. This is for you. This is for you out there for this week. I want you to remember this. All right? It'll get you through. Go ahead.
Don't take life too seriously, or you'll never get out alive.
Say it again.
Do not take your life too seriously, or you will never get out alive.
It's horrible snaps. By the way.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm just sandpaper over here, baby.
you're like a little cricket.
Just sandpaper. That's it. Nope. I can't get him to do it. Sandpaper. It's very possible. It's very possible. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Had another great episode. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. Holla, y'all.